Which is that?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never turned that on before. How did you know?
Minister's kid.
Yeah, because I've never turned that on, but I was getting an error saying it was low.
So we are? Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
You're welcome.
Monthly reports and communications are posted on the bulletin board in the foyer area. There are no scheduled meetings tonight. At this time, I would like to open the meeting to the public for comment on agenda items. We are open. Ms. Curran? Good evening.
Hi, Janet Curran, 123 Main Street, Mancocus. Was not at the first reading for ordinance 1, 2017, amend charter 250. Okay. Ordinance 21, 2017 amendment. I was not at the first reading, and I would like to know a little bit more, especially when it comes station is to be deleted and replaced as well. Is this Wawa on Springside Road?
That's correct.
Pardon me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The whole town, actually.
Well, yeah.
It's the whole town. The ordinance affects the whole
Here we are
town.
tonight.
Okay. So I was not here at the first meeting. I had asked at the last township meeting, or I was not here at the last township meeting. I asked if there was anything new happening or going on. I don't use email. I go by what I read in the newspaper, and I didn't see any stories of what's happening. The only thing that I am against this, and I am a Wawa person, and I go to 5 different Wawas, and I see that, I know I was here when the first was voted down, but I also know that this is the first one that I will see that is really close to developments that have since taken place since the last one that was voted down. All the Wawa stations that I've been to that have the full service, there's no developments around them. They're all, empty. Now we have residents in back, and we have an old farmhouse, which is kind of like I'm thinking, wow, we don't have many farmhouses up. There's nothing we can do at this point to stop it, but well, you can stop anything if you have the money to do it, but we don't. So I was just curious to say that I remember the first one. I'm a Wawa person, but I was kind of disappointed. There is no more gas stations. It's why mainly it was not voted on, with many concerns of residents coming out, not wanting it because it would put the service stations out of business. So I'm just here tonight knowing that it's going to be, but it's around residents, and it's around an old farmhouse. And five super Wawas that I go to do not have residential areas close to them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Curran. Any other public comment? Any other public comment? Close for public comment. Moving right along, continued agenda items, there are none. Old business, there's none. New business, the Burlington County GIF 2016 Safety Initiative Program Awards. Maria, you want to elaborate? Okay, thank you. Moving right along to resolutions. Resolution 5417, payment of vouchers. This resolution approves the payment of bills through March 3rd, 2017. What say you?
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Lopez?
Yes.
Smith-Hartman?
Yes.
Talisa?
Yes.
Wisniewski?
Yes.
Daniels?
Yes. Resolution 5517, refund taxes, Block 1001-01, Lot 24. This resolution allows for the refund of taxes due to an overpayment for a resident who is a veteran with a total or 100% disability.
Yes. Motion. Sorry.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Lopez,
Yes.
Smith Hartman,
Yes.
Talisa,
Yes.
Wisniewski,
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes. Resolution 5617, authorize the closing of municipal building for professional development. The municipal building will be closed on Tuesday, March 28, 2017, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon to provide professional development to all township employees and committee persons.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Lopez,
Yes.
Smith Hartman,
Yes.
Talisa,
Yes.
Wisniewski,
Yes.
Daniels.
Yes, thank you. Resolution 5717, authorized shared service agreement. This resolution authorizes a shared service agreement between West Hampton Township and the Mount Laurel Fire District Number 1 for the repair of fire apparatus.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Lopez,
Yes.
Smith Hartman,
Yes.
Talisa,
Yes.
Wisniewski,
Yes.
Daniels.
Yes. Resolution 5817, authorized lease purchase of pickup truck. This resolution authorizes the lease purchase of a pickup truck from the New Jersey State contract in an amount not to exceed $55,000.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Lopez,
Yes.
Smith Hartman,
Yes.
Talisa,
Yes.
Wisniewski,
Yes.
Daniels.
Yes. Thank you. Moving right along to ordinances. Ordinance 1-2017, amend Chapter 250, Section 250-4 zoning. This is a second reading. This ordinance amends current code by deleting definitions for convenience store, motor vehicle service station, and principal use, and adding new definitions, Section 250-26, conditional uses. Section D, motor vehicle service stations, is to be deleted and replaced as well.
I'll make a motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, I'd like to open this. Yeah. I'd like to open this to the residents, since this is a second reading. Oh, I'll come back to us.
Berkeley, Isle Street, Rancocas. Question about the current service stations. Are they going to be grandfathered? How are you going to deal with them if they do not meet the criteria such as acreage and that type of thing?
If I can, as a
I
point of
think it
information.
said they had to have 2 acres of land.
Yeah, so anyone who's already operating under current industrial use and a gas station, they're grandfathered in naturally, if I'm not mistaken. What this does is allow them to reap the benefits of upgrading their current location to a convenience model that is more popular now. So currently, they wouldn't be able to do that. So this isn't, again, limited to just District 1 or the Wood Lane. This is for the whole town.
I understand that. We have more than one gas station in West Hampton.
Mhm.
But if they were to sell their property to another gas station owner, they would still allow to do that without having the acreage. Is that correct?
No burden.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? I close to the public. Committee.
Oh, I do. As you recall, at the last meeting, I went on the record saying that I truly believe we need a traffic study first. That is a truly busy intersection. It will become busier if it becomes a larger Wawa with a gas station. I believe in economic development. We all do. However, they could still, I feel they could still go before the Land Development Board as they're supposed to. And so then we go through the red tape. By us voting on this tonight and saying yes, it just makes it a little bit easier and it's eliminating some of the red tape. So I would feel more comfortable. I personally want to proceed with caution and get a traffic study to see, because that is a busy intersection. And I'm concerned about the town and the safety in and out of the egresses. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts.
Yeah, and before we voted, thank you, Trish. Addressing and responding to Mrs. Curran's concerns, and also hopefully if I can respond to some of my colleagues' concerns as well, as her concerns are shared concerns as well. For me personally, as a resident of District 1, first and foremost, I want to speak globally about this ordinance and why I motioned for it and why I'm going to vote for it tonight. Number one, it's not just a District 1 initiative, right? It's something for the whole town. This, I personally consider and see this ordinance as an economic development driver, something that's going to attract more types of businesses to the community that the public does want, right? I believe the gas retail model or the gas convenience model is one that's in demand everywhere. I adhere and I acknowledge Mrs. Curran's concern, and I hear and also acknowledge my colleague, Committeewoman Talisa's concern about traffic and wanting a traffic study. What I'd say is that this ordinance that we're doing tonight, marrying it to a traffic study to address both your concerns and Committeewoman Talisa's concern, wouldn't be the appropriate venue in the sense that we have no one to charge the traffic study to. This is an ordinance intended to drive economic development and stimulate growth of this type of business in the community. Whoever opts to embrace this new style will have to appear before the Land Development Board. They will have to present plans, and if variances or any changes are requested, and also traffic impact, they're going to have to give a testimony to the residents, to the Land Development Board, and I believe statutorily required to notify all the residents that would be impacted within a certain amount of radius. And I believe the notice it's a certified letter that will be mailed to those residents' homes. So we will have an opportunity, regardless of who. Right now we're talking about Wawa, but we currently have 2 gas stations sitting right on the same, across the street. You have one on Wood Lane Road, and the other one is on the end of, on Springside. So you have 2 of them there that are ready gasoline stations, and if you look at the condition of those gas stations, they're not in the best. I believe one is totally not operating and it's up for sale. The other one is operating as a mechanic, I think. And you have that giant sign with nothing there. It's really, it's not pleasant to look at. So that's addressing that, the economic development. And then secondly, as a representative from this governing body of the District 1, us District 1 residents, we don't have a gas station. We do have the one on Wood Lane Road coming upwards towards Town Hall, but that one on Wood Lane Road has a set hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I've been there before those hours and after those hours, and I can't get service. I'm forced to drive on 541, and then not only drive on 541, you got to do the roundabout and come across the street because there's no gas station on our side of the 541. So for the residents of District 1, and I don't just speak for myself, I speak for all the residents who live in District 1, why do District 1 residents have to suffer 15 to 20 minutes just to get to the gas station, get it filled, and then another 10 or 15 minutes to commute back home? For something that we should have a convenience. We literally do have 3 spots right now, and we're not being serviced, I think, in a fashion that residents do want. So I'm voicing, I believe, for those residents as well that would be interested in this. Now, if we want to speak more specifically regarding the Wawa development, right now there's no application before this township body. Has there been utterances or have we heard chimings in interest? I believe Wawa has invested in the Wood Lane Road Wawa. And again, as a resident in District 1, the Wawa on Springside Road and Wood Lane, I think most of us here tonight would agree is in need of major upgrades, lighting, additional parking spaces. I've been there and you've got cars parked everywhere. I think that's a hazard as well. So it's for all of those reasons why I'm supporting it. So I just really wanted to address your concern, Mrs. Curran. and also my colleague, Mrs. Talisa.
Does anyone else have any comments there?
No.
John? Okay. Deputy Mayor, you pretty much echoed my sentiments exactly. I am in favor of this resolution. I think that it's good for a smart economic driver for West Hampton Township. But if I was to speak more specifically to the proposed Wawa that is looking to come in town, some of the comments of neighbors, and I absolutely live in the district, would be that there are no gas stations in the area. You mentioned that. Oftentimes, when we're talking about development in District 1, many residents feel as though that they have least amount of input in what's going on. This is one issue in which they feel absolutely is necessary and urgent, and it would be a quality of life driver in that area. I like the fact that there will be an improved setback. Anyone knows that corner, knows that in the morning during rush hour, it's crazy and chaotic out there, and I would agree with you, it's hard to find ample parking spaces. This new improved Super Wawa, and it would have a new footprint. It would not be the normal 4 pumps. From what I understand, it would be 3, so it would be somewhat smaller. And not to mention the upgraded lighting that would add to that corner, and the fact that there will be additional jobs. I think that those are all things that I, at first blush, would look to and say that I think that it's value added to our West Hampton Township community. There being no further comments?
Yeah, I do have one more.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to reiterate, let Wawa go before the Land Development Board, and then let's just proceed with the process the way we normally do it.
Are you suggesting that we've done this outside of the normal?
Well, yeah,
Protocols?
we talked about this, and it was on the record for the last meeting, how by doing it this way, we're eliminating a bit of the red tape. I want to proceed with caution, and I want to just do the regular process without skipping anything. In other words,
But we just,
No, currently,
Yeah.
under our current code and ordinances, the type of establishment that has been uttered or proposed, it's not permitted under the current ordinance. And what we're doing is sending a loud message that we're interested in this model of a convenience gas retail establishment. You're right, Committeewoman Talisa is right. If this ordinance wasn't amended or changed or adopted, the developer would have to go before the Land Development Board and request a variance of some type, and in addition expense to whoever's the applicant. So whether this is Wawa or anyone else, what I'm saying is, my humble opinion, is that if we want to stimulate and grow the economy in the town, we want to address some of these blighted gasoline retail that we currently have, and the model is heading one way. I don't want to say nationally, but at least in New Jersey, if not nationally, why would we in West Hampton create a burden for would-be developers and applicants to do business in our town? I think it's a smart move, and more specifically, again, we don't have an application before us, but if an application came before us from Wawa for that particular intersection on, sorry, there goes my phone, on the corner of Springside and Wood Lane, that area is certainly an area in need of a lot of attention. So we'd welcome that in District 1, in my humble opinion.
I agree. Okay, there being no further questions, roll call, please.
Lopez?
Yes.
Smith Hartman?
Yes.
Talisa?
no,
Wisniewski?
Yes.
Daniels?
Yes. Moving right along, ordinance 2-2017, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. First, this is a first reading. This ordinance allows any amount authorized as an increase in the 27 budget that is not appropriated as part of the final budget to be retained as an exception to final appropriation in either of the next 2 succeeding years. What say you?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Let's get it moved first. We have a motion. Do I have a second? Have a second?
I'm not 100%.
I'm happy to give a point of clarification, or Maria?
This is what I was...
Maria explained it here.
Yeah, this is what I was attempting to do, to get a motion and to get a second. Once I have that,
Then discuss
okay,
it.
pursuant to protocol,
Okay.
Robert's Rules of Order,
All right.
then we can have open
Okay.
discussion.
All right, I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. Discussion. Maria, can you please explain it?
This is an annual ordinance that's always been established. It's usually the first ordinance that we do every year. Under the 1977 appropriation law, the state would not allow you to increase your appropriation for your spending beyond a certain percentage, a COLA. In 2016, that was 0%. This year it's 0.5%. This ordinance allows you up to expand that, whatever the COLA is, up to 3.5%, and that gives you more leeway on what you're allowed to spend that year. You still have to balance the budget, which gives you more leeway, and it goes, the excess gives you more leeway the next year for capping. It's very important for big expenditures, you know, when you don't foresee it in the future. Most municipalities, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, do this sort of just to protect themselves.
Okay. Are there any further questions? Any further discussion? Roll call.
Lopez?
Yes.
Smith Hartman?
Yes.
Talisa?
Yes.
Wisniewski?
Yes.
Daniels?
Yes.
Thank you, Maria, for explaining that.
Thank you. Correspondence, KME aerial truck, letter regarding extension of warranty. Liaison, would you like to?
I mean, we received a letter from KME stating that they've evaluated the truck, and they have granted the town an 18-month extension on the current warranty with an option to purchase additional warranty time. In my humble opinion, we should continue to analyze that offering from KME. We're grateful that they have been interested in working with the township. We thank the chief's work. Lord knows he's driven down there a substantial amount of times. I think that the township committee, we should take our time before we accept that via resolution in the not-too-distant future. But I agree we need to address this, and I believe do it via resolution, accepting that 18-month, being that we have major concerns regarding the truck. So as liaison of the department, I would say we should still proceed with caution. We all have been provided with the letter, the warranty, and also we've requested a listing of everything that has been done to that truck, all of the issues. If my memory serves me correctly, it's 27 pages of issues and things that have been done to that truck. I think that reconfirms the concern that most of us have regarding this truck. So we should continue to discuss this as a committee together and decide what's the best way forward.
Okay, thank you, Deputy Mayor.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have anything?
Yep.
Okay, moving right along. Dates to remember. March 10th, 2017, West Hampton PTO Spring Fling Basket Auction, which will be at the Crescent Shrine. March 14th, 2017, Virtual Hospital Public Hearing. State Health Planning Board will be at the Hilton Hotel. This will be here in West Hampton. It will be from 6 to 7 p.m. It will be for a hearing by the state on the virtual hospital plan. March 18th, 2017, the Rancocas Nature Center Beef and Beer will be at the Mount Holly Moose Lodge from 7 to 10 p.m. The 2017 budget meetings, one is tonight, immediately following this meeting, and on March 16th, 2017, at 5:30 p.m. The March 29th, 2017, is the Elected Officials Liability Seminar, which will be at O'Connor's in East Hampton. Does anyone else have any additional dates to remember?
There's Career Day at West Hampton Middle School
Okay.
on the 28th. Or the 23rd. Career Day. Career Day at West Hampton Middle School. I believe it's the 23rd. I am participating also.
We forgot to about two. Mr. Mayor, the 24th and the 25th of March. 24th of March is at Rutgers University at Alexander Library. 25th of March is at RV.
That's correct. Thank you. Any other dates? Ms. Curran?
The West Hampton PTO was playing basketball. What time is that, and who is the PTO? I'm looking at PTA.
They changed it, Janet. It's not PTA anymore, it's PTO.
Parent-teacher organization.
And it starts at 6 o'clock, and the tickets sold out. They're sold out.
And there's a date that I do not have, but in March at the Cathedral, St. Mary's Cathedral in Trenton on State Street will be the Mass for Fallen Police Officers of all over the county, the country that come over. I don't have the date or the time, but it's usually during a weekday morning service for fallen police officers.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Curran.
Mr. Mayor, just a point of information and for the benefit of those tuning into the live stream, the Timbuktu on the 24th and the 25th, that's the International Timbuktu Symposium, right? So just I wanted to make sure all the residents that are listening, they have a clear picture. It's an international symposium. Ms. Weston wants to speak to it?
I am concerned that it's not national until someone mentions it. We've been working very diligently, many people in the community, and my family specifically, and my son, many other people. And it seems like we're not here that we want to exist. And I'm saddened by that, because there are many people that work very, very hard, public works that is supported, and many other people that I think we need. But I'm totally saddened by the absence. It's like we never existed. Things are moving forward. Many things are happening to positive in this community in regards to Timbuktu. And I'm sad.
Ms. Weston, what I will tell you, and as I am a member of that body, what I would simply tell you is that this will be posted on the website. I'm sure that we will have ample participation. I'm excited about the participation of all those that are a part of it as well. But are you trying to suggest that we're hiding this by some way?
I'm not trying, I am stating fact.
Okay. No, I agree with you. It should be, but it's not.
Ma'am.
So,
We can only, Mary and I can only put on the dates that we were told. Please send us an email whenever you guys, any of you in the public have any date you would like to share. We'd be happy to publicize it on the website.
I will do that, but it is a responsibility collectively for this to take happen, not for a descendant of Timbuktu from 1829. And I don't mind doing that, and I have a cooperation with you and many others. What I'm saying is that throughout the existence of this committee, it has changed to some degree, but we're moving ahead, and much is coming forth to cause this to be dynamic even greater, because we're going to be partnering with we're going to have representatives in Africa. That's something we know, something to be said, and it's not a secret, because someone that's spoken right there is a part of the committee when these things are discussed. So, as a resident of Timbuktu, I am saddened, and I would desire very much for greater to take place in this community in regard to this. We care. There are great things happening here in our community. There are great things happening in Timbuktu. A lot of improvements and a lot of things have been done to bring significance to West Hampton, this community, and in Africa. I think that's noted that we're going to Skype and have students that speak French. These are students here that speak French in our school, and we don't know anything about it unless we travel around with Mary Weston or Weston or somebody that
Ms. Weston, if I can, I don't know if a flyer exists. If there is a flyer going out or any promotional materials that has gone out, please be sure to get that to Maria. And then we would also work with the social media team to make sure we publish that tomorrow morning on the Township Facebook page, the Twitter page, the Instagram page. I'm sure Maria would also work with the team to get it on the Township website. But I would also say this as well. I believe the announcement of this important event was made right here on this dais, I believe, by Committeewoman Chang, announced it with a lot of fanfare, and all of us, I believe, unanimously supported and praised this. And this is no defense, just to say that it's not a defense. It's in support of this important initiative. And further, I think the mayor can confirm that this governing body unanimously has requested to hear a formal plan from the Timbuktu Committee on what are these great initiatives happening. We'd like to hear about it, to learn how we can better engage on it so that we can be fully aware and apprised of what's going on, what's the direction of the Timbuktu Committee, the vision of it. So I look forward also to be hearing from the committee globally on that plan for that important priceless land and where we're going with the Timbuktu project. So that has been an ongoing pending request of this governing body. So I just want to make sure that you know that, the whole committee knows that. And
Thank you, Ms. Weston, for that. And I think that obviously by way of DNA, I'm most vested to this project and Timbuktu and what's happening down there. As we continue to explore the Mali community, as it has something to do, Timbuktu Mali, as it has everything to do with Timbuktu and here in West Hampton Township, that is situated on the African continent, West African continent. So I'm excited about moving forward with this, and you will hear more from us. Fortunately, we have at least one more committee meeting before this symposium, and I believe that at least from a participation standpoint, all of the individuals that are part of it know full well of what's going on. So I will necessarily do all of make sure that I do everything that I possibly can to get as many people there as necessary. And I thank you for standing up and advocating. Any other public comment? And you know what? Absolutely, we're not even in public comment yet. That was just by way of a date. Yeah, so, all right, any other dates? Any other dates? There being none, at this time, I would like to open for public comment.
Known Mary for many years and working with her with Timbuktu, it's a passion to me. And I would like to know more about it. I really have lost, let's be honest, I've lost what's going on. But Mary, you're well aware of my feelings for Timbuktu and the meanings of it and the history that I have of it, knowing the residents that I knew there as I was growing up. So I would like to know more about it and learn more about what is happening, especially with the future plans of Timbuktu.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Carr. Any other public comment? Yes, sir. Thank you.
So I'm Garrett Varian at 138 Winstead Drive. Question on the correspondence received from KME refers to the aerial truck. Is this the aerial truck that is the subject of the authorized shared service agreement?
if I can speak to it with Mayor, may I?
Sure.
So the shared service agreement is, you saw the word KME. I asked that question earlier, too. It was just stating that the new mechanic who would be working on the shared service agreement is KME certified, but it's to work on all of our trucks.
Okay. Do we have fire trucks that have this aerial ladder system?
We do have one fire truck.
Okay. I took a look at that shared service agreement. It's on the website. It's 4 pages. It refers to the attachment letter A, which is actually the terms and conditions of the service that we're contracting for. I didn't see any mention of any service being performed on either the aerial ladder system or ground ladders at all, mentioned specifically in that document.
So the document, and we have the chief here, he can help us out, but the document is just a global boilerplate language for all type of general mechanic services. Currently, we're going, I don't know, how many miles we're traveling? First, we're going about 10 miles. We're bringing that down to how many miles? All right, to 7 miles, and we're saving, I think, how much an hour? $10 or something? About $10 an hour just for routine maintenance of our fire department vehicles. So that's shared services is just for that. Now, for the servicing, the more technical servicing of the ladders and whatnot, those are subject to first a warranty. If they're no longer covered by the warranty, they're encumbered by the township. We pay for that. We wouldn't go to this mechanic for those type of services. Am I wrong in saying that? We wouldn't go to, for technical, let's say the ladder itself, technical issues with the truck, we would rely first on the warranty, right? And if the warranty is expired or it's no longer covered by the warranty, we'd go to the manufacturer of the truck, right?
For serious issues. So essentially, that model has two mechanics in-house that do all the maintenance on the trucks. They are certified K&E warranty, I don't say dealer, but essentially K&E has so much faith in them, they allow them to do warranty work on their K&E fire trucks that that model has. So it's a win-win. Instead of us waiting for K&E to come to fix something or sending the truck to far away, we can just get to that model. They're authorized to do the service. They're authorized to put in the request to get payment from K&E. It's a much better. There's only two people working on the truck compared to right now. So with an outside vendor, that mechanic that shows up or the truck goes to could be a completely different person every time. So we're getting a more consistent product, and we're also saving $10 an hour on labor as well. I definitely respect that, but the actual agreement itself specifies very specifically that we can't pick and choose who's going to work on that vehicle. In fact, the district itself will determine whether or not who is going to be able to service the vehicle. So,
No, I think you read that wrong. I'm pretty sure it said the opposite, is that nothing will stop the township from using outside vendors to fix the truck. And she has a more good copy of it. There's language in there like that, but it says that we get to pick the township.
I don't have the document in front of me. I'm sorry, I didn't mark it up.
That's fine.
In fact, that terms and conditions on that, am I on 3 minutes?
Oh, you're okay.
There is a list at the top of the document that says what they won't perform. And then when you get down to the sort of the second half of the document, these are quote the services that they will perform. And none of the services that are listed to me look like they were actual repairs. It looks like they're more like preventative maintenance.
A lot of it is preventative maintenance type issues, absolutely. We found that, you save a lot of money by doing a lot of those type issues. I just pulled it up to answer your first question. Number 9 is Township of West Hampton Interest. The Township of West Hampton reserves an option to contract with other providers for the services provided by the district. Should the Township of West Hampton deem it in the best interest of the Township of West Hampton?
Let's say that the fire district may only be envision one vehicle at a time because they're contact resources, so they have to control the rest of them.
Yeah, my issue was, we're calling it a repair of the fire apparatus, and most of it looks like it's really technically just doing preventative maintenance for most of us. And I didn't see anything in the document that they would actually do repairs. In fact, they specifically said they weren't going to do any major repairs, and the minor repairs that they were doing was something to do with the pump, the diagnostics related to that, I guess engine oil changes, and then there was, I think the last one there was something about a emergency callback or a callback. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
So what they're saying, and that's number 4, it says technical callbacks, no services provided for technical callbacks or emergency repairs. So essentially, if the fire truck breaks down at 2 o'clock in the morning, they can't pay overtime for somebody to come out and fix it. Nor they would in that model. If it broke down, chances are they flip it back to the firehouse, and in the morning the mechanic will get to it. That's what they're talking about that.
All right. And can I ask one more question?
Sure.
What is troubleshooting defined in that agreement?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I was doing a diagnostic of what the problem might be. Like I said, their shop rate is $75 an hour. So whatever they find, they'll fix at $75 an hour.
It does say the district will not provide major repair work. I would assume that means, like, if they're in, they do not provide any work. Like they said, they will do all sorts of repair the fire.
And that includes fire, the ground line,
Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Any other public comment? Close public comment. Comments from department heads and professionals? Fire Marshal? Thank you, sir. Chief? Chief?
Only comment I have is the Division of Forestry is out and did a control burn in the Vancouver State Park last week. It's the first one they've done in 25 years, I believe. They've cracked down the last time they did one. They're going to do another section this week, hopefully. The problem we have with notification, quote unquote, is that a lot of their burn depends on the weather, humidity, and all sorts of different stuff. So we might not get a 2 or 3 day warning. This last one, I think, by about 12 hours. Hey, it's coming. We're going to be there tomorrow. Because a lot of it is dictated on the weather. Obviously, because they don't want to make the fire bigger than it's supposed to be. So once we get notification,
The other day.
we make sure that we'll have an Nixle, we support that on Nixle, we'll put it on the Facebook page, and this time we'll do a reverse 911, just so that way there's no question on what's going on. So I know we get scared if we see smoke coming across the road. But they plan to do a section in here now, just to sort of to get up on top of it, they don't want to see it. If we get a fire in there, it could be bad.
Yes.
So they're trying to get ahead of it now. And it's good for the forest, it's good for the plants to get rid of all that underbrush and such. So.
That's good.
Thank you, Chief. OEM?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ma'am? Nothing? Doug, anything?
Sir.
Marion?
Nothing tonight?
Nothing? Okay, move right along. John? Anything?
No, just department heads, keep up the good work. I want to thank the residents for coming out. And enjoy the nice weather that's supposed to be coming.
Okay, thank you. All right.
I'll just echo John's comments. That's it.
Have a nice evening.
Deanne?
Thank you all for coming out. Happy Women's History Month, acknowledging the contributions of women in the month of March, and also to all of our Irish residents. Happy Irish Heritage Month in the month of March. That's all I got. Thank you all for coming out.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you, Deanne. I'd like to just commend
Thank you.
and thank Patrolman Mickey Gable, I'm sorry, did I get Gailey? Mickey Gable, who just recently participated in a run down at Disney World. If I can real quick here, it was a glass slipper challenge, 19.3 miles. Chief, a half marathon through Epcot Center and the Magic Kingdom. Out of some 18,000 participants, our officer Gable came in the top 900. Truly a notable accomplishment, and represented not only herself but West Hampton Township proud. There's a picture on the West Hampton Township Police Department's page with her adorned with her medals that she won in front of our West Hampton Township Police Department badge. Please pass along my heartfelt congratulations and thanks. I believe that's all I got. Happy celebration of Women's History Month, and enjoy the warm weather as well.
Okay.
And I know the committee woman wants to get out of here, so I'll entertain an adjournment. We're adjourned?
We're adjourned.
We're adjourned.
Night, everybody. Joe, get the lights.